You're attracting the same kind of people again and again, whether it's in your social situations or your work situations or your relationships. Today we're going to break that pattern together. If you're ready, let's get started. Hello and welcome. My name is Kartika Naya and you're watching Synchro Shakti. I've been teaching these principles for 15 years and they've worked every single time, and now I'm going to teach them to you. So if you're ready, let's get started. The very first thing you need to know is there is no victim shaming, victim bashing in this video. Here we are looking at how we can shift our energy to break the pattern of the kind of people that we are attracting again and again. So there is a little bit of responsibility you need to take here. If you're ready, then proceed. Number one thing you need to know is people perceive us vibrationally. People see us vibrationally. So people are acting a certain way towards us. It does not matter how sweet we are in the way we talk. It does not matter how amazing we are in the things we've done for them, gone out of our way to do the best for them, and they still don't treat us well. Does not matter. People perceive us energetically. That's the first thing you should know. Based on our vibration, how we are vibrating. So how are we vibrating? Let's figure that out. That brings me to the second point. Because we are all talking about law of vibration here, the second point is if anybody is dominating you, somebody is overpowering you, dominating you in some form in your relationships or social situations, and you are just a chum who has to just sit down and take it, there's a self-esteem issue here. Self-esteem issue. Self-esteem means not just how I see myself, it is what I think about myself. In what esteem do I hold myself? Do I see myself as that magnificent, beautiful, confident, wonderful, spiritual, amazing being? Or am I not really looking at myself much? I'm just seeing myself as a reflection of how other people treat me. I'm just seeing myself as a reflection of past experiences. I'm just seeing myself as a reflection of my failures or my lack of alignment. So if that's where you are, which is most people, then that's why I say that when there's a domination, there's a self-esteem issue. I learned this. I'm not the first person to say that. This is something that I've learned this before, and it's such an important learning to keep. The third thing is because I spoke about how people see us vibrationally and people are reflecting our self-concept. So if there is domination, there is a self-esteem issue. There's a third part, which is our expectation of people, how we unconsciously or consciously expect people to behave towards us. I said consciously or unconsciously expect people to behave with us in a office situation or personal life situation or social life situation actually comes a lot from our past experiences. So if you were misaligned in the past and you had a terrible experience, or you had self-esteem issues in the past and you reflected something pretty negative, you will unconsciously or consciously think or expect. Expectancy is a very powerful one, which I'm just about to get into. You would expect consciously or unconsciously to deflate in these situations, to feel like you're not heard. In fact, have you ever had these kind of experiences where you're in a group of people and you address them and then they don't say anything back, almost like they didn't hear you, but they did hear you? Self-esteem issue reflected out in the real world. Have you ever been in a situation where everyone's kind of talking behind your back and clicking? Self-esteem issue reflected in the real world. Have you had experiences where people keep making you feel you're not good enough? They keep rejecting you for XYZ reason. Self-esteem issue. So the second part was very important, which is self-esteem. The third one was expectancy. Now, expectancy is what I want to talk about. I mentioned in a video, one of the previous videos, that there was a beautiful conversation between Esther Hicks and Wayne Dyer. And Wayne Dyer was talking to Esther Hicks about how his daughter, when she was 10 years old, would keep complaining, "Dad, why are you so like this? I don't like it." And he told her, "Listen, your soul chose to be born to me. So you chose me as a father, so blame yourself." And so it was a laugh, and Esther Hicks told him, you should tell her that your expectancy of me to be this bad father is so strong that I can't override it. It's a very powerful statement made there. Your expectancy of people to be a certain way is so strong that you can't override. They can't override it. So there are two sides to every person. I mentioned this before in my videos also. So in case this is stuff that is interesting, please subscribe, because there's a lot of content like this on this channel. So there are two sides to each person. There is the light side and there's the dark side. To every person, there's a light and dark in me, there's a light and dark in you, there's a light and dark in your friends, there's a light and dark in your friends' friends, in your neighbors, in your colleague, in your father, your mother, everybody. which side of them we bring out is based on where we are vibrating as people, not just vibrating on that day, even though that does magic. Like if you're in a very confident, amazing space internally, you're like zen. People are very different to you. I'll give you a case study here. Nipuna, who's one of my students of HealyFest. I'll talk about HealyFest. I'm not selling you HealyFest, but I'm going to talk about a few HealyFest case studies, because throughout the entire 5 months of HealyFest 2.0 and HealyFest 1, we did similar things. What she did was, she used to go to this gym, and she noticed that all the people in that gym were kind of cold towards her. They were cliquey with each other, but with her, they were just kind of phasing her out. And she had this judgment towards them that these guys are like snooty, and they're just not, they're like influencer crowd or like super rich crowd, and they're just, so she already had this, the energy stream between her and these people was already polluted by her judgments, but her judgments also came from the fact that they were cold anyway. So this energy was exchanged between them. So when she thought of them, it was this kind of emotion. She comes to us. We function in a totally different way of life. So I told her to change her expectations of these people by changing how she saw them. So she started appreciating. So I, just appreciate everything about them. So I appreciate that because these guys come to this super premium gym, I'm able to afford the payment for this gym. I appreciate that they're doing their work. I get inspired by the work that they're doing. So she picked 1, 2, 3 points. And then when she thought of them, her emotions towards them were very different. And from that very moment, her entire experience of going to the gym was different, because then they started noticing her, coming and talking to her, and then became friends with her. Same people, just a different vibrational response. I have a million stories like this, with so many case studies from HealyFest alone, but from my life as well. Same Nipuna, there was a person who she wanted attention from. He would never look at her. She used to get really affected by that energetically. She would get like upset. So if there's a stream of energy between you and other people, when there's judgment or upset, it's like putting a little dye in that water. It changes the water. So again, she started appreciating this person. I like what they're wearing, I like that they're here, I like that they inspire me, whatever she could appreciate. And then that person itself came to her. And there were so many case studies like this, where the person itself has come and started complimenting her and wanting to hang out. So this is one case study. There are so many case studies like this, but the point here is our expectations of people, that they are going to be a certain way, unconsciously or consciously, ends up us mirroring, they mirror. Okay, there's another one. So a client of mine, also from HealyFest, her reel went viral. She had 25 million views overnight on this reel within a short period of time. And whatever thoughts that she would have about herself or the reel or whatever she was wearing in her head would somehow get mirrored in the comment section. So it's almost like whatever thought she could come up with within a certain period of time about her own stuff would show up in the comment section, positive and negative. And it was like a direct reflection of what we are talking about, is that how we see ourselves is how people are going to perceive us. So these are important things. Now the question is, okay, I've gotten all of that, but how do I stop this pattern of people coming again and again like this? Like this. You do these 3 things and the pattern will stop. Number 1, this is why I said I'll mention HealyFest. I'm not selling you HealyFest, but I'm just telling you a case study, because so it's kind of like doing an experiment. What is an experiment to prove a result? Is scientists study a bunch of people, they take them through tests, and then you get the result. So HealyFest 2.0, specifically we did this one major experiment on self-appreciation. 5 months. Every day we spent about 30 minutes self-appreciating, but deeply self-appreciating, and building this momentum of self-appreciation, momentum. After 5 months of that, the amount of patterns that broke was insane. Not only were people like attracting compliments, and it's like basic stuff, which if you start seeing your own beauty, you're kind of like I said, everyone sees us vibrationally. So when you're seeing your own beauty, you're seeing the beautiful soul that you are, the wonderful things about you, appreciating. People automatically, when you enter a room, will feel that and start coming and talking to you and being nice to you, because you're super wonderful within yourself. You feel so much love and joy for who you are. So that was one part of it. That will break the pattern. The second part of it is future pacing. When you're going to a party or you're going to a going to your boss, or you're gonna log into work or whatever, or your husband's gonna come home this weekend or whatever it is. Future pace, what it would feel like to have a very peaceful, amazing time with these people. Well, how you don't need to know what happened, you just need to know what it would feel like that you felt amazing with these people. So if you future pace that you felt amazing with these people, the same people, the behavior will change. Practice this, okay? If it doesn't work at first, keep practicing, because sometimes your negative momentum around them is too, remember, your expectation of them is too powerful for them to be able to override it. So that brings us to the third part, which is what we do here at Single Shakti. The main work is we heal the pain that is arising inside of us in relation to somebody. So somebody is behaving a certain way, or someone said something, or you're repeating a pattern of finding similar type of people who disrespect you or don't like you or whatever. Go inside your body. They are just reflections. You're just standing in front of a mirror. Go inside your body and notice, where are you feeling all this pain? It hurts so much. Hug that, breathe through it, because underneath that hurt is hundreds of experiences like that. Childhood rejection, low self-esteem, your own self-rejection, everything is underneath that pain. Hug that pain and breathe through it and breathe through it and breathe through it over a period of time. As you're feeling really peaceful in relation to an experience, past, present or future, because sometimes you think of a future and you're already worried that something bad is going to happen, you can do the same process. Once there's peace in your being and you're calm on the inside, magic begins to happen on the outside, because I told you it's just a vibrational universe we live in. You will not attract. So self-appreciation, okay? Appreciating people, so changing our predominance around them, our expectations from them, and future pacing, and healing your emotional pain. If you can do these four, I know it's a lot, that's why we have programs that we do this kind of work over 5 months of practically doing these kind of things. Not selling your program, I'm just telling you, if you can really intensely to do this and commit to doing this, whatever that beautiful life you've always wanted, that dream is alive if you only take the time to learn how to do it. So if you do these four things, I promise you the pattern of attracting the same kind of people and same kind of experiences will change. Even if you can't escape those people and they're your boss and you need the job, the same person will treat you differently. Even if they treat everyone like crap, they will treat you differently, because you're vibrating differently in relation to that person. So this is not only law of vibration, this is also self-appreciation, self-esteem. There's a lot to do here. If you want to know more about what we do in our work, you can find out more information below, or maybe there'll be a trailer that will come here, or you can just email us and find out more information. But until then, you have these four to do by yourself. Let me know in the comments, did you gain some insight from this video? Did it help you? If it did, just tell me in the comment section, because when you comment, magic happens for us also. So if I've done some magic for you, you can give me some magic by commenting, because I love to connect and I want to see what you guys are saying. Comment below, like this video if you liked it, share it with somebody who's repeating patterns, subscribe if you like more content like this, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me, and namaste. Hello everyone. To help heal people, realign their energy, and help them manifest magic and miracles in their daily life as well as their desires, big or small, is not just something that I love to do, it is absolutely my mission on this planet. My purpose is to help you release that resistance, to pull up your vibration and put you in a state of receiving all of that magic that you've been asking for. If that is something that excites you, I'd like to invite you to our Vibe Shift sessions. These are daily 20-minute live energy exercises that we do together every weekday. If that is something interesting for you, go ahead and find out more information in the description, and I look forward to seeing you there.